Hi guys, in this video I will be showing you how I installed Microlocs on my mom. Now just a quick disclaimer, I am not a professional or a loctician. I just did months of research and I felt confident enough to do the locks how my mom wanted. Okay, so the day before we washed my mom's hair, we trimmed, and then we did African threading to stretch it out. So here you can just see me unthreading her hair. One thing to mention is that after washing, we did not add any more products to my mom's hair, so her hair here is completely product free, and that is important for this type of lock. While I was doing my research on Microlocs, I found a lot of videos and information on interlocking, but I didn't really find anything on how to part or section the hair, so I focused a bit more on that in this video. I began sectioning by making a part from ear to ear through the top of the crown area of the head, and that left me with a top section and a back section. Working with the front section only, I went ahead and I parted it down the middle. I took each half of the front section and further divided it into two. I followed the line from the corner of my mom's nose through the arch of her eyebrow. Using a tape measure, I am parting an inch towards the middle instead of following the line straight back. Now I used the tape measure because I wanted to make sure that whatever I did on one side was equal and even on the other side, but you are more than welcome to skip this step if you find it unnecessary. Here I am making another part from ear to ear, and I'm sectioning out the lower third of the hair. Alright, so I have the major sections of the hair done. Here we have an ear-to-ear part going across the top of the head. I also have another ear-to-ear part going across the bottom section of the head, and then the two lines going straight back towards the nape. Now for the bottom part, there are 3 sections, another 3 sections in the middle part, and then for the top part of the head there are 4 sections. I made a sizing tool that is 1/4 of an inch, and I got that idea from another YouTuber whose info will be in the description box. I used the sizing tool to section out each of my lines and for each of the individual squares for the locks in the front and back sections only. The middle section of locks were a little bigger than 1/4 of an inch. My pre-parted lines in the bottom and middle sections run horizontal, and the lines in the top section are vertical. They're running straight toward the nape. Okay, here I am at the end with 2 locks left to establish. I begin by twisting the hair, and as I'm doing that, I keep my finger at the top of the twist to prevent it from traveling up the hair, and I borrow sections as much as I can to keep the ends from unraveling so easily. I installed the locks by interlocking, and I use a 4-point rotation method. This basically means that I make a pass going through the hair in 4 different directions. I make a pass pulling the ends downward through the hair, then I pull it to the left, and then I pull it through going upwards, and then I pull it through going to the right. And that right there completes a full 4-point rotation. And I just keep doing rotation after rotation. There are also 2-point and 3-point rotations. Now whichever one you use depends on your hair type. There are charts online that can help you determine what would work best for your hair texture. You also want to make sure that you are not passing in the same direction more than once in a row. Doing this will create holes, which can lead to weak and breakable locks. Once I get to a point where my fingers can no longer easily go through the hair, I switch to using a tool. There are lots of interlocking tools for you to purchase on the market. Now the one that I'm using here is one I made myself using a metal yarn needle. I make a little loop with the hair and then I pass that through the eye of the needle, and then I just continue my rotations like I was using my fingers. It's important that as you get to the root of the hair, you are not making it too tight. Ideally, you would want to leave enough space at the root where you could make one more pass. Another important thing to mention is that as you are interlocking, you want to pass the hair as close through the center as possible. You don't want 2 to 3 strands on one side and all the rest of the hair on the other. mom's locks were established in May. It took me a week to complete, and we ended up with 549 locks. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you for watching.